I want to clarify some lesson plan reflection instructions and also give some tips on how to get a good score. First off, the assignment is worth 10 points. Be aware that spelling errors are going to be counted against you here. You can have 5 to 9 spelling errors. It'll be 5 points off, and if you have 10 or more spelling errors, you'll get no credit for this assignment. As far as the rubric goes, answering the prompt completely and staying on prompt addresses all aspects of the prompt with detailed statements of support. No points if it only addresses some aspects of the prompt with little support for statements. The content is also worth 5 points. It contains several concepts from the course. 0 points if it contains almost no concepts from the course. In other words, you're just doing a stream of consciousness. You're just writing what you did and what you saw without relating it to any of the vocabulary or anything else in the course that we've been talking about, but especially in regards to assessment and the anticipatory set and other things like that that we've talked about. The descriptive data. The descriptive data, as it says above, incomplete descriptive data. If you're missing one of these lines, if one of these lines is not complete, you will lose 5 points. Field hours completed to date. Make sure that you're accurate with this, that if I ask for your logbook that they will match. Feel that you're not making the progress you need to date, I might take off a point or two. The date of the lesson, the grade level, number of students in the classroom, the school, and the name of the teacher observed by. Does not have to be your mentor teacher. It can be a neighboring teacher. It can be a substitute teacher. The important thing is to get your lesson done and to get this written. The prompt. You're going to write 4 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, describe how you and your mentor work together to plan your lesson. 50 to 100 words. Describe what you did in your lesson, 150 to 200 words. Describe how the students responded to your lesson, 50 to 100 words. These 3 are all easy because you're going to put some concepts from the course in there and you're going to tell us what happened. Now here comes the hard part. Describe what you will do better for your next lesson, 150 to 200 words. This is the key, or this is the primary purpose of the lesson. The other 3 paragraphs are setting you up to coming to this paragraph because this is the most important. Teachers in Texas, especially beginning teachers, are supposed to be reflective and they're supposed to be learning from day to day and improving and have plans for improving. Let's look at some examples. Okay, this example has some problems and it has some good parts. Describe what you will do better for your next lesson. Notice that I made some markings on this one. This was somewhat a difficult lesson because the students had little to no prior knowledge. Nothing wrong with the statement, but it's not describing how you will do better for your next lesson. So I crossed this one out. It does not count in the word count. Keeping the students engaged was not the difficult task. The understanding and making the connections was difficult. Again, that's good information, but it does not belong here because it is not telling what you're going to do better next time. I incorporated a map which is flat to see if that would help with the correlations. Again, the student did not tell what they were going to do better next time. I still had one student's grammar error, which I will mark on this assignment. I still had one student saying, "No, I don't live there, I live here." Okay, that's fine. That would have been good for paragraph 3. But for this one, there's nothing about what I will do better for my next lesson. So I crossed out all of these words, and so I ended up crossing out what it says, 62 words of 174. Then when I go down and I look at how many words are left over, that means 102 words. So with 102 words, it is short, and so I take off 5 points for this assignment because it is short in regards to this paragraph. Okay, for a future lesson, maybe I could make printouts of the Earth and zoom in at each point until I reach a certain address to explain how the globe is a model and only a representation but not the actual planet itself. Okay, that's good for a future lesson. Now, she could have started out, or he could have started out with a little bit of what was above, that the students found this concept difficult as far as the map representation, and then right away, immediately told about this improvement for the future. I would also incorporate more definitions to begin the day before using those terms so that students could familiarize themselves with them. Maybe this has something to do with the prior knowledge, maybe it doesn't. Make that more clear. The map I had could have been better. Next time I would select a section of the map and make copies so that each student could have it rather than having to wait a turn to see it. Okay, that's good. So this last part of the paragraph is just fine. I'd like to see this throughout the assignment.